series here at PNC Park, the Bucks won't be picky. Will the curse of the fish taco end today? The Pirates and Padres are next.
Welcome to Paint the Pirates Day here at PNC Park. During the course of our telecast today, we'll be showing you many interpretations from Pirates fans of the best ballpark in America. And it's always a picture-perfect day at PNC Park. What a view as the Pirates get set to take on the San Diego Padres in the rubber game of a three-game series. Hi again, everybody. I'm Tim Neverett. Bob Walk joins me shortly. Neil Walker, Pirates second baseman, was expected to play today, but has been scratched from the lineup and could possibly be headed to the disabled list. He is the subject of our Allegheny Health Network injury update. He did pinch hit last night in the ninth inning, striking out. He had hoped to be in the lineup today. And Bob, without Neil Walker and without Andrew McCutchen, the Pirates continue to play short on the bench.
It certainly has had an effect with the Pirates. You know, I think everybody was pretty sure that we would lose McCutchen for a certain amount of time, but with Neil Walker, it's just kind of dragging on and on and on with this back problem kind of day to day. But I think now they're getting to the point that they're going to have to make a decision. As far as playing with a short bench, they've been doing that rather well of late, and the reason for that, they've been getting good starting pitching. If you get good starting pitching and you play with a lead, you don't need to pinch hit.
They hope to get good starting pitching again this afternoon. Charlie Morton 3-3 at home. He's unbeaten against the San Diego Padres in his career. Also had a good start against them in early June in San Diego.
Well, we know that Charlie can really go toe-to-toe with anybody on those days he's on, when he's getting his ground balls and getting those strikeouts with that hook. And when we're catching all the ground balls, he is very tough. This will probably be a low-scoring game.
Charlie Morton gets the ball this afternoon. He will oppose Tyson Ross as the Pirates are painting up a series win, trying to beat the Padres here at PNC Park. Lineups and first pitch coming up. Are getting today the very popular Pirates ice cream bowls. Always a popular giveaway every year. They always look good in the kitchen cupboard, or especially with ice cream in them. Kids Day Sunday afternoon at PNC Park. Watercraft out there, kayaks, boats. Just a beautiful day on the river. Another great August Sunday afternoon. Charlie Morton getting ready for his 24th start of the year.
His last start, he did a great job. There was one little, if you want to nitpick, which I'm going to do right now, a little bit on the wild side at times. I think he ended up with 4 walks. He got into some deep counts, but as always, he cleaned things up with those ground balls, got a couple of double plays. But that's Charlie. Sometimes an inning here or inning there, you might see him not be able to locate the ball very well. But he is about as good as we have at bailing himself out with a key ground ball.
Well, Charlie Morton face the Padres here. Pirates looking for a series win. The Padres have won 13 straight series in Pittsburgh. They've won every series they've ever played here at PNC Park. Last time the Pirates won a series against the Padres in Pittsburgh was in 2000 at Three Rivers Stadium. So a chance to end that streak today. Everett Cabrera was set to lead off. He has been scratched literally seconds before this start of the ball game. So Alexei Amarista, who is supposed to hit 7th, is leading off for the Padres, and he takes a strike. Amarista hitting .234, 3 home runs and 20 runs batted in. And that's ball, 1 strike. One and one to count to Amarista. Pitch inside. 2 balls and a strike. Charlie against the Padres is 3-0 in 4 career starts. He won on the 2nd of June at Petco Park. 2-1 pitch. Amarista grounds this one wide of first base for strike 2. Let's take a look at the Honda starting lineup for San Diego. It's just in. Amarista leading off. Solarte, then Smith in the 3rd spot. He's had good numbers against Charlie. Alonso, Venable, Jerko, then Abraham Almonte will take the spot of Amarista in the lineup. The 7th spot, and the outfield spot, or the order spot of Everett Cabrera as Amarista strikes out. Throw down to complete the strikeout.
And right away we get the look at that big curveball that has really made a huge difference for Charlie this year. It's given him the strikeout weapon to use against the left-hand hitters that at one time gave him so much problems. But he drops that hook right in there, just right next to the back foot, gets the swing for strike 3.
Well, 1 out. Chris Stewart catching the day game after the night game. Solarte takes inside, the switch hitter playing 3rd base again today.
Charlie is always a guy that puts a little pressure on the catcher. He likes to bounce a lot of those curve balls, and of course he has the fastball that moves a lot. You always have to be wary of that ball taken off, sailing. Tough guy to catch, I would think.
Solarte came over from the Yankees in the deal for Chase Headley, .297 hitter. Takes a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 1-2. So important today, Bob, you'd think, for Charlie to pitch ahead of the hitters, and we've seen him recently pitch behind, having to come back in counts and elevating his pitch count. 1-2. Just inside. Likes to go inside if he can get the strike.
Well, the important thing, important thing today is what really has been happening this whole homestand is you got to have the starters. It's like a nice easy out there. You got to have the starters go deep in the ball game. You'd like to play with a lead early on, so you don't have to worry about having the pinch hit. That way, you can protect that short bench.
Defensively behind Charlie Morton this afternoon. In the outfield, Travis Snyder gets a start. Starling Marte in center. Gregory Polanco is in right field. Harrison and Mercer on the left side. Jason Nix, Ike Davis on the right side with Stewart doing the catching. Nix filling in for Neil Walker today. Harrison moving in from left field to play third base. And the shift with Jordy Mercer playing in the hole on the left side for the left-handed hitting Seth Smith. Harrison, Nix, and Davis. It's three deep coverage right there. And Smith grounds it to White. And an easy 1-2-3 inning for Charlie as the Padres are retired in order. Bucks coming to bat against Tyson Ross.
Sports is brought to you by Toyota. Now's the time to go places with Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com for special offers. And by PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Let's go Bucks.
No scores. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Kids Day Sunday afternoon. Families out here today. Another sellout crowd is expected. Starling Marte getting ready to lead off. We take a look at the Toyota starting lineup for the Pirates. Marte hitting .259 at the top of the order. Polanco, Harrison, Davis, then Mercer in the middle of the order today. This homestand in 5 games hitting .368 with 3 RBIs and 2 doubles. Travis Snyder gets a start in left. Jason Nix bats 7th for Stewart 8th. And Charlie Morton hitting 9th against tough right-hander Tyson Ross. Ross is 10-10 and has seemed to figure some things out.
He's certainly been one of the best starting pitchers in the league this year, doing a great job for the Padres, getting deep into ball games. He's really kind of a slider machine. You'll see more sliders than anything else if you're up there trying to hit him. But they're really having a fine year. Great earned run average. The opponent batting average is way down there low. Hasn't had much of a problem with that strikeout to walk ratio. 150 some Ks. He's good.
Well, his first pitch of the game to Marte is in for a strike. Tyson Ross grew up in Oakland, in the shadow of the Coliseum. Went to college at Cal in Berkeley in the Bay Area. Marte lines one to left field. That's down for a hit. Leadoff single for Starling Marte.
Got to score in the first inning and start a new streak.
Yeah, the streak of 19 straight games of scoring in the first inning and winning those games ended last night.
And they got one of those sliders upstairs about belt high. Whacked it out the left field.
Marte is aboard. He is the team's leader in stolen bases with 21. Gregory Polanco batting in the 2 spot.
And remember, it is important to play with a lead when you have a short bench. Last night's game, for instance, Liriano was pitching great, but had to come out because of a pinch hitter. We were behind. But if you have a lead, you can go a little further, with your starting pitcher. Even if you don't want him to go out and pitch, you can do what they did with Locke the other day, let him go up and hit if you have a lead. So it's important to get out in front here.
Polanco showed bunt. That is ball 1. Well, it worked out for Locke because not only did he get to go up and hit, he actually got a hit. Got something started for the Pirates that inning. Well, here is Polanco trying to continue what Marte started. Ross out of the stretch and the 1-0. Inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, the report on Tyson Ross is that his slider is his best pitch. He'll throw the fastball the majority of the time, but he will rely on his slider quite a bit. Marte back. Two balls, no strikes. There goes Marte, and Polanco hammers it. Deep right field over the Clemente wall. It's 2-0 Pirates. Gregory Polanco with his 6th home run.
He got himself into a hitter's count, 2-0, and you're looking for something you can drive, usually up. And that's where it was, up on the inside half of the plate, and he jumped all over this. It left the bat, there was no doubt.
Pirates had gone 58 innings without hitting a home run until Polanco launched that one out of here. And a left-handed hitter to boot. Lefties had only hit .215 off of Ross this season. Got that slider.
The first home run he's given up since the 8th of July.
Starling Marte, he's got to try to find the baseball.
He's got to go back and pick up whatever that is. You can't let her on the infield. See that?
He did. He went back, took care of it.
You can't drop things like that and just walk away.
I think he's probably disappointed he didn't see the ball off the bat of Polanco go out. But no doubter for Gregory Polanco. Josh Harrison with a career-high 13-game hitting streak, looking to extend it. So the Pirates scoring in the first. They get 2 runs. Nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch.
Well, in the pregame show, Dan Potash showed me a graphic about the top 3 hitters in the last 5 days, how good they've been doing. Well, right here at the beginning of the game, they add to that. With 2 more hits, one of them a 2-run jack.
Terrific start here in the bottom of the first. Harrison shoots this one foul. During the 13-game hitting streak for Harrison, .464 average, 6 doubles, 5 homers, 7 runs batted in, and 5 stolen bases. Inside 2-2.
It's like something you would have saw, say, 6-7 years ago out of Pujols. Those kind of numbers. Another gaudy batting average with home runs to boot.
Roller to short. Amarista is there. There's 1 out. Jay grounds out. Alex Amarista, who plays all over the diamond, and forced into the shortstop spot very late. Everett Cabrera was in the lineup until a minute or so before the start of this game, and then Bud Black made a change. Trying to get your word on why Cabrera came out. No word yet. Ike Davis up. Davis facing Ross. Davis 236. He'll take a strike. Pirates are 4th in the National League in first inning runs with 66. To the backstop, and it's 1-1. Davis awaits the 1-1 from Ross. That's upstairs. Tyson Ross has gone 9 straight games of pitching at least 6 innings and giving up 2 or fewer runs. So right now he's at that 2-run mark, and there's just 1 out in the bottom of the first. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Gregory Polanco's 6th career home run, scoring Starling Marte after Marte's leadoff single. Excites this sellout crowd here early. All ball Davis. Gregory's so tall he can't sit completely in the shade.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to have to get up on top of the bench.
Two and 2 to Davis. Inside count is full 3-2. Yesterday I took part in the American League Fantasy Camp down in Wheeling, West Virginia. To work with a lot of great baseball players and their buddies yesterday. Ball 4. And Davis works himself a 1-out walk. Darren Balsley, the pitching coach.
Well, a lot of times
dugout already.
A home run will kind of put the cap on an inning. You know, you get to start over again with the bases empty.
Rally killer.
Yeah, that's a lot of times what you call those home runs. It's not the way a pitcher wants to kill a rally, though. So often it does. But then when you get a walk with less than 2 outs, now you get an opportunity to generate some more runs. You got to take advantage of these situations.
That's where Polanco hit the baseball up there. Those folks, proud owners of a Polanco baseball. Here's Jordy Mercer. Mercer starting his 45th straight game. He has been in the lineup at shortstop every day since the 20th of June. Clint Barnes has been on the disabled list, and since he's been on the DL, Mercer has started every single day. Clint getting closer to coming back.
Every single inning.
Yeah.
Every pitch.
Every inning. He's not come out of that position. 45 games. Last 17 home games, Jordy's hitting .379, 257 overall. Stretched by Ross, 2-0 pitch. Mercer into left field, a base hit. Since the end of May, Mercer is leading all National League shortstops with a better than .300 batting average. Our Barrel Automotive league leader stat. Batting average for shortstops since the 31st. And you see the picture, the artist Bo Ritz drawing Jordy Mercer. Big numbers for Jordy. It's Memorial Day. Today is Paint the Pirates Day. We'll have some local artistry that has been submitted by you, the fans. And you can send them in via Twitter today. # Paint the Pirates. If you have any artwork. Maybe we'll get it on the telecast today. Got the Sunday hats on today.
Oh, yeah. Not many clouds up there. You need that hat.
Travis Snyder takes upstairs, and it's 1-1.
Definitely going to be a warm one out in the sun. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Off to a good start, up 2-0.
Snyder, a little roller back to Ross. Ross will have one play. That's to first base. So 2 men out, and the Pirates with runners at second and third.
It took a little look out toward second, but he definitely made the right decision here. About the pitch number 25 right here in the first inning, and he's down 2 runs. And really, the Padres essentially with the scratch early on with Cabrera, they're playing shorthanded also. You assume Cabrera now is done for the day, so they're a man below what they normally would have.
And no word yet from the Padres. Inquired, and they have not given us word back as to why Cabrera was such a late scratch. No balls and a strike to Jason Nix. 2 on, 2 out. Ross's pitch in the dirt.
Yeah, I guess I'm assuming maybe too much that he's not available to play today. You never know why he was scratched, but there's a good chance that it was something to do with a physical matter, and he can't go out there.
Yeah, it's not often that close to the start of a game there's a lineup change, so it had to be a reason for it.
Yeah, I don't know what it could have been done. Maybe he could have hurt himself swinging a bat in the cage or something.
Blocked by Rivera. Mike Davis down there at third base, keeping an eye on those balls in the dirt. Well, that would be a great way to spend a day. Kayak on the Allegheny.
Doesn't look like there's much of a current out there right now. It's just like a big long lake.
Be a perfect day to
easy to paddle.
Paddling day. 2-1 pitch. Next fouls it back, and it's 2-2. Big group of kayakers over there on the left side. The waterway always busy this time of year. Great to see. Local fans want to see their Pirates win today. There's a full count now to Nix. Today, and then 2 games Monday, Tuesday, with the Tigers coming in. You can come on out and see the Pirates play the Tigers. Some news about the Tigers in the series coming up. The first game Wednesday in Detroit will not have Anibal Sanchez pitching. He was placed on the disabled list. Tigers saying Robbie Ray will pitch instead. 3-2. Nix pops it up. And Amarista will make the catch. First time Ross has given up a first inning run in his last 9 starts, and Gregory Polanco handed it to him. Taking a slider and knocking it over the Clemente wall for home run number 6. After 1, the Pirates lead it 2-0. artist George Williams, who is also a teacher at Seneca Valley High School, doing some great artwork on Paint the Pirates Sunday. Look at that piece there that he has continued to work on. Of Andrew McCutchen. He's got the McCutchen gear on as well. Look at that, two-handed. No brush, and George in the ballpark with us, and George is mic'd up. George, how long have you been painting?
I've been doing this for about 10 years now.
Hey, George, how come we just saw a little clip of you out on Federal Street? Why do you start with the painting upside down?
Well, I like to keep it a mystery as long as possible. It makes it a little more exciting.
So you're trying to fool everybody as to what it might be then, huh? I like that.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, one other thing we noticed right away, and I don't think I've ever seen anybody do this, you paint two-handed.
Yes. Yeah, I try to paint very quickly, and using both hands helps.
So two-handed and upside down.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. What are you going to paint for us this afternoon? Are you just going to let us try and guess?
Well, I'll give you a few hints. I've got like a little skyline of Pittsburgh maybe, and a few more maybe pirate-themed paintings. So how about that?
Sounds good to me.
All right, you ought to see Bob's artwork one-handed and right side up. It's pretty good. George will check in with you throughout the game.
Thank you very much.
That is a terrific view he's got there. I wonder if that's going to end up upside down on the canvas to start, and then we'll see what he comes up with.
I like the fact he just want to keep people guessing. You know, you see him painting, you don't know, upside down, not upside down. Who knows what it might be? It's kind of like a pitcher out there trying to hide the baseball. You don't want to know what's coming.
Strike call to the center fielder Will Venable. Yonder Alonso grounded out to first base to start the Padres second. Two-handed. It's amazing when you watch artists what is in their mind that goes like wires, I guess, from the brain through the arms and from fingers onto the canvas. It's incredible. It's a gift. And the 1-2 fouled off. Well, Charlie has 3 consecutive ground ball outs to Ike Davis. He's kept Ike busy in the early going.
That one, the infielders got here today. They knew that they were going to get some ground balls.
Charlie pitching to Venable. Venable, a .226 hitter. Came in to pinch hit last night. Didn't start. Ended up with a base hit. And now he goes down on strikes. Strikeout number 2.
No ground ball there. He went upstairs with it. The fastball by him out of the strike zone up. And that was by design. You saw the target from Stewart up there a little above the letters. With Charlie, you're up there, you're always looking down as a hitter. You're looking down, sinkers, curveball down, and then he moves the baseball on you and puts it upstairs, and a little hard to catch up to.
Here's Jed Jerko out of Morgantown. Jed takes ball 1 low and away. Lots of folks from Morgantown follow Jed. Love it when he comes here. Don't get a chance to see him play often playing in San Diego. Bit of a far commute from Morgantown.
Yeah, you got to get the MLB package.
Get to see him play in person here. Hitting just 180. Had a stint on the disabled list. And a few games in AAA El Paso. Takes a strike and he's behind the count 1-2. Balls, 2 strikes. Well, the coffee was ready early today. Gregory Polanco, a first inning home run.
Something about wearing that hat and playing right field for the Buccos, huh?
Jerko takes low and the count is full.
And the Clemente wall right behind him. Got it all in that shot. Let's hope that Blanco's out there for a long time.
Two outs, base is empty. Charlie working on Jed Jerko here. Morton's 3-2 pitch. Fouled off again. Charlie also took some time out yesterday for the kids in Wheeling, West Virginia. Miracle League field, drove himself down there and had to leave early so he could come back and prepare for today's start. Ground ball right back to him. 6 up and 6 down over the first 2 innings for Charlie Morton. Charlie's starting to paint a little picture today himself. Doug Drabek and the Pirates keep their season alive by beating the Reds in Game 5 of the 1990 NLCS on Root Sports Classics. See this legendary game with exclusive interviews and game stories from Jim Leyland, Ray Miller, Jay Bell, Rich Donnelly, Bob Walk, and Doug Drabek himself on Drabek Stymies Cincy 1990 NLCS Game 5 Thursday at 5:30 on Root Sports. Chris Stewart will lead off against Tyson Ross in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Stewart, Morton, then back to the top of the order and Starling Marte. Stewart chops this one foul. And the count is 0-2. Stewart's hit safely in 3 straight games that he has started in. Hitting .529 in his last 5 starts. 9 for 17. Chatted with him in San Francisco about swinging the bat. He felt that he was just starting to swing it pretty well then. And it has carried over. Now that would be a cool painting right there, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Williams continuing. It's right side up now.
I believe that one is.
I was going to ask you if you were ever artistic, but I think I know the answer.
Not at all. I draw like stickmen and things like that.
Tony Gwynn. Number 19 is on the uniforms of all the Padres. Ground ball to Amarista at short. throw to first, retires Stewart. There's one out for the Pirates in the second inning. The number 19 up on the left shoulder. Stewart is out, one gone, and Tyson Ross now will tangle with his counterpart, Charlie Morton. Charlie is 2 for 37 on the season.
Yeah, with all the sliders that Ross throws, this might be a tough day for Charlie hitting.
Saw one there. The balls had 2 strikes to Morton.
Those hard sliders, they're tough for a regular hitter to get a hold of. Most of the time pitchers don't do well on those. They got one pitch to hit, that first one, the fastball.
On a Kids Day Sunday, that's kind of a thrill. Be able to take over for public address announcer Tim DeBacco. You see Tim there.
J.A. really, or excuse me, Marte really taking his time getting into that box, knowing that today is his day to be the leadoff guy. So you have to take care of the pitcher. Give Charlie plenty of time to get in there and sit down, towel off, get a drink before he has to go back out.
It looked like you wanted to bunt and had to do everything you could to get out of the way of that pitch.
One of the little nuances of batting leadoff is there are times where, because of the pitcher spot, you gotta be careful. You can't go up there and make a quick out.
And Marte's hit.
That was a tough one to get out of the way of. A lot of times, I mean, he'll get plunked because he's so close to the plate. He'll get hit. On the back of the arm or somewhere around his hands, but that one looked like it was well inside and got him good.
12th time he's been hit this year. He is now second in the league.
Like it hit the number 6.
Carlos Gomez of the Brewers and Anthony Rizzo of the Cubs also have been plunked 12 times. Russell Martin is the league leader in being hit by pitches with 13.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of guys that get hit. I'd lucky when we were in Arizona. I think we had 3 of the top 5.
Yes. Neil Walker's been hit a bunch this year too. Tommy Medica was hit last night right on the helmet. Came out of the ball game. Broken bat flare over near the Pirates dugout. That went to the camera well. Robbie got another one. Robbie's been over there in foul ball territory, and he's had some close calls the last few days.
Yep, there have been a few. That one was okay. Survived that one all right.
You want a helmet?
I might need a glove pretty soon at the rate we're going, Tim.
Well, with all the reading you're doing, I'd suggest a helmet rather than a glove.
I know, right?
Maybe an elbow pad for that right elbow. 0-1 to Gregory. 2-run homer in the first. There goes Marte. Throw down, and Starling Marte is out. 8th time he's been caught stealing. Rene Rivera guns him down, and that ends the second. 2-0 Pirates heading to the third.
raise awareness for ALS. I am in turn challenging Pittsburgh Pirates coach Dave Joust and his wife Billy, and also Pirates reliever Mark Melancon to accept my challenge. And I'm even using Dan's bucket. Woo! Come on, baby. Thanks for challenging me, Dan. Well, that was a lot of fun this morning, pouring a bucket of ice water all over yourself. So how that works is you are challenged from someone. I accepted Dan Potash's challenge and laid it out for Dave and Billy Joust and also Mark Melancon. Stay tuned to Pirates postgame to watch them accept my challenge. And Potash earlier, there he is doing his. If you missed it, Pirates pregame. Look at Potash taking one for the team right there. He was challenged by Pascal Dupuis. And Tim and Bob, here's what's cool about it is that the Penguins got Potash involved, he got me involved, and now we have the Pirates. And the biggest beneficiary are the people at ALS. Donations are made and awareness is raised, most importantly. And it was started by a gentleman named Peter Freitz, a former Boston College baseball player who was suffering from ALS. And he wrote a nice essay not that long ago. And it's a pretty cool thing that's going around, and he's the guy that started the whole thing.
Yeah, he's a friend of Tony Sanchez, as I understand.
It really is a great thing, and I'm glad to see everybody getting involved like that. I mean, it's kind of interesting to see the ice water. I wonder what's next. What do you think?
Well, a strikeout of Abraham Almonte first, but what's next? Anything that somebody wants to make
you can come up with?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know. So it's a wide open canvas, if you will.
Yeah. Nice one. There's some ice water.
Maybe you should dump that over your head.
Yeah, the canvas is not wide open anymore. It's starting to take shape.
Rene Rivera will take a strike. Catcher for the Padres, starting his second game in this series. .236 hitter. 8 home runs on the year. 1 ball, 1 strike. Charlie has retired the first 7 Padres he has faced, striking out 3 of them. This one foul back. 1-2 the count. Morton at home this year, a .209 earned run average and 10 home starts. He's got his 4th strikeout, gets a chase by Rivera, and there are now 2 down. AT&T fan photo time. That's right, Pirate fans. Show us how you show your Pirate pride. Places that you watch the games on Root Sports or how you raise the Jolly Roger. Just submit a picture via Twitter using the hashtag BucksFanPhoto. We'll show them during our telecast. Looking forward to seeing those today on the Paint the Pirates Sunday. That's a hat. There's a bounding ball to third. Picked up by Jay Hay. Throws across. Ross is out. And Charlie Morton has retired 9 in a row to start the ball game.
Pirates Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by the Chevy Silverado and your Western PA Chevy dealers. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks!
A Paint the Pirates Sundays, some of the more iconic figures in Pirates history. You know that scene. And a great rendition of Ralph Kiner. Of course, the scene in 1960, Bill Mazeroski. That's the statue. Memorializing that iconic moment. 2-0 Pirates, heading to the bottom of the third inning. Yeah, we love Root Sports too. Thanks for joining us. George Williams, our in-house artist today, putting the finishing touches on the first piece today. What do you have, George?
I've got obviously a scene of the Pittsburgh skyline from PNC Park, much like what we have here, hopefully.
It really looks beautiful down. Earlier we saw you put your handprint on it. Is that something you just did for that one, or you do that on all of them?
I'll do that one whenever I'm finished.
Oh, okay. Not quite done yet. Now,
not quite.
Does it always have to be a certain color, or you just whatever you got handy?
I usually have a good idea. Sometimes I change it a little bit, but yeah, pretty much whatever's there, whatever I think will work at the moment.
Yeah, looks good. I love the way you did the real simple grass outfield there.
Well, thank you very much.
That looks sharp. Yeah.
Yes, we want to look sharp today. I want to try to capture that if we could.
And when you finish a painting, you put a special finishing touch on it. Can you do that?
Oh, yes. As soon as I'm done with this one, I'll put a little finishing touch. Oh, we'll go right now? All right.
Yeah, let's see what you do. This is what he does.
Just a little everything, huh?
Makes it his style.
I got to remember that next time I do one of my drawings.
Polanco pops this one up middle of the infield. Amarista right behind the mound makes the catch. One down. Well, Polanco's 1 for 2.
That's the skyline right there. Oh, yeah, I like that. Oh, there's the little orange handprint. Sweet. Nice little contrast.
Now, where's that going to go?
I'm not sure where that's going to go. The people from Root Sports were gracious enough to have me here, and I think they're going to try to decide where it's going to go.
Josh Harrison to right field. Seth Smith gets behind it. Hauls in the line drive. 2 outs quickly in the Pirates' third.
No, we can't wait to see what you come up with next.
Thank you very much. I'm anxious to get going on it as well. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
George Williams, our in-house artist today, if you will. Let's see the Bucks play the Tigers this Monday and Tuesday. Interleague play at PNC Park. Get to the game early Tuesday. First 25,000 take home a Honus Wagner bobblehead. This is sure to be a collector's item. For tickets, go to pirates.com. Honus was kind enough to join us this weekend in the booth. His bobblehead, anyway.
Yeah, it's a very nice looking bobblehead.
So it should be a good Monday, Tuesday night. First half of the home and home 4-game series with the Tigers. Get your tickets at pirates.com or at the Pirates box office out on Federal Street. General Robinson. Ike Davis loops one to short. Marista there makes the catch. 1-2-3. We head to the 4th inning. Pirates 2, Padres nothing. Let's talk about dealing without their star Andrew McCutchen for a while. Josh Harrison is baseball's toughest man to tag. And there's much more to come as well. It's Inside Pirates Baseball presented by Allegheny Health Network today after postgame on Root Sports. We've got the colors hoisted aboard that ship. What a great way to hang around the river, huh? All the way from Davenport, Iowa. Quad Cities region. Sign store must have had a special, Bob. A lot of signs. Glasses and a cap day today. Charlie Morton facing Alexei Amarista for the second time. We start the fourth inning. Pirates up 2-0. As Charlie has struck out 4 of the 9 he has faced. The other outs all coming on ground balls. The outfield has yet to defend at all today. 1-0. That's just outside. 2 balls, no strikes. A lot of land to cover, and well,
that would be an interesting painting. The view from way up there.
And the splash cam. Strike is called to Amarista. 3-1. Charlie back in the count.
That is a view. The whole thing. You can see everything from right there. What's going on in the ballpark. Look out into the river.
Ground ball to Jordy Mercer. 10 in a row for Charlie.
Every time there's a ball hit the shortstop, instantly you just got to look to first. Well, Mercer's been doing a phenomenal job with that glove. He has really settled into that position, both now with the bat, which we always knew was pretty good, but really been impressing a lot of people with his glove.
Solarte the hitter. Solarte takes ball 1. The National Sarcasm Society, like, we need your support.
Oh, I'd like to get that shirt. Get a bunch of those T-shirts. Give them to all the gypsies.
That'd be the game day uniform.
Yeah.
Not just the Sunday uniform.
For the gypsies, they wear it every day.
1-1 pitch. Solarte takes a fastball up. 2 balls and a strike to Yangervis Solarte. He grounded out to Davis at first base in the first. Switch hitter batting left-handed. 3-1. Fouled off. Count is full. 3-2. Charlie came up with a no decision in his last outing against the Marlins. Went 7 innings, gave up just a run. That was the game where the bullpen gave up 5 in the 8th inning, and it took 4 Pirate relievers to get 3 outs. And first base runner for San Diego today as Solarte walks. That ends a string of 10 in a row set down to start the game. Before, during, after every Pirates home game, stop by the Rivertown Brewing Hall of Fame Club. It's open to all fans. All you need is a game ticket. Grab a bite to eat or enjoy drink specials after the game. It's all at the Rivertown Brewing Hall of Fame Club. Join us next time you're here at the ballpark. Get a view of the ballpark. You can eat there. You have the beverage of your choice. Now 1 out and 1 on for Seth Smith. It's outside for a ball. Concourse busy again.
It's a busy ballpark. It's going to be busy really all the way to the playoffs.
First base, it's Solarte back. That's where the action is, and if you haven't been down here yet this year, good time to start thinking about coming down.
There's going to be some great games here these last few home stands. A lot of good teams coming in.
The month of August is big, and starting tomorrow night, Tigers and the Braves will be in for a big series, 18th, 19th, and 20th. Pirates will be battling the Braves for a wild card spot. Then at the end of the month, more divisional games as the Cardinals come in for 3, and the Reds will finish up the month of August here with a 3-game series.
Yeah, the Braves is almost like a divisional game because Atlanta might be a team we're battling for a wild card, so you never know.
Right now, St. Louis, San Francisco, Atlanta, even Cincinnati in there in their wild card hunt. Cincinnati 3 back, Atlanta 2.5 back. Cardinals, Giants, and Pirates all tied right now for the wild card.
Everybody is so bunched together. It's going to be. It almost has to come down to that last week. Every game from here on out is absolutely very important. Every series.
1 out, 1 on, 2 balls, 1 strike. Go to first. Solarte back again. So you see where the Pirates are right now. They're in the best position for the wild card as of today. So if the season ended today, the Bucs would host the wild card game.
Be like last year.
Smith pounds it foul, 2-2. Today, by the way, is the 117th game of the regular season. 45 regular season games remain. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Two-ball, 2-strike pitch to Smith. Trying to come in through the back door and missed. It's 3-2. Now with 1 out. See what Solarte decides to do. More than likely he'll take off for second base. Yonder Alonso in the on-deck circle for San Diego. There goes the runner. 3-2 pitch. Check swing roller. Davis has it. He'll step on first. Take the out there.
Boy, Ike is a busy man, isn't he?
That is his 4th infield assist. And he has had 3 putouts as well. He's been involved in every out with the exception of Charlie's 4 strikeouts.
Smith he tried to hold that bat up because I'm sure he thought the ball was going to be inside, but it was tailing back toward the strike zone. That's why he started the bat in the first place. But he couldn't stop it in time to avoid the little ground ball.
First baseman Yonder Alonso. He grounded out to Davis in the second. Swings and hits one through the hole. Left side, coming around third is Solarte. The throw is late. And it's 2-1. Yonder Alonso, the 2-out RBI base hit. That's the first hit off of Morton this afternoon.
Yeah, not exactly a bullet anywhere, but just a nice job of taking a little sinker that was up and hitting it out the other way. You got a hole on that side. Put it through there.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo slowing down the drive-by slide. Swing and a miss by Venable. 0-1. Surprised that Alonso didn't try to take a shot at getting to second base with a throw coming all the way through to the plate.
Yeah, I mean, unless he thought it could be cut off. I mean, there's no reason to give yourself up at second base for that. So if the ball's low enough to where it might be cut off, if you keep going, then they're just going to cut it in the inning. Now, if you think that your guy is going to get thrown out at the plate, then you go and maybe try and force them to cut it so you get that run. So, I mean, it's not an easy decision sometimes of whether to try and go for second on that throw. That's why you really want your outfielders to keep the ball low enough so it can be cut, even if it's going to go all the way through, because you want to keep that runner guessing as to where the ball is going to eventually end up. Is it going to be in the third baseman's glove, or is it going to go all the way to the plate? Now, I'm not sure, looking down on the field like we were, I couldn't tell exactly how high it was when it ended up on its way going by Jahan.
Ball takes the curveball. That is ball 2.
And we could see it on this. See, he jumped for it. Once he goes up, I think if you're the runner, you got to stop. You don't know if it's going to clear him or not.
Charlie now behind in the count 3-1. And the difference this inning as opposed to the first 3, he's been behind hitters. Got behind Solarte, walked him. That's come back to hurt him as Solarte has scored the lone Padre run. Alonso with the RBI base hit off of first base. And a 3-1 to Venable. Ground ball in left field. Back-to-back base hits with 2 outs.
Well, Charlie might have to start throwing a few more of those curveballs that he's lefties. His last start, he really, for the first time this year, kind of went away from the curveball. And this is what used to happen to him a lot. Left-hand hitters going the other way toward left field for base hits. But that curveball, especially when it gets ahead in the count and throws it down and in, is really neutrified then.
It has what?
Neutrified.
Now you have to explain neutrified to people who don't know what that means.
It's a combination of neutralize and nullify.
I guess it just saves time.
When you combine 2 words that mean the same thing or kind of the same thing, it makes a more powerful word.
All right. You know how to spell that? Neutrify?
I haven't decided on the spelling yet.
Okay.
I'm using a couple different varieties.
You're in negotiations on how to spell it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about that score? 2-1. Something different?
Yeah, really.
2-1 in game 1 Friday. 2-1 game 2 last night. It's 2-1 here Sunday. Jed Jerko batting with 2 outs and 2 on. And takes a strike.
Need a screensaver for the scoreboard so that 2-1 doesn't get burned in there.
Yeah, it's just weird.
Do they do that anymore? Can your screen
burn in? They call it.
Yeah, is that a thing in the past? That new technology probably doesn't matter.
I don't know. I think if you take care of your monitor, you'll be all right.
Yeah, the Gypsies just said you got to still be concerned with that.
Curveball.
They should know.
Strike.
They got 17 gazillion monitors down there in the trailer. There's one big monitor right there.
0-2 pitch to Jed Jerko. Blocked by Stewart. They stay right where they are. Alonso at second base, Venable at first.
Was that Kutch?
I think so.
I think you need to quit twisting him around like that. That might be what's bothering his rib.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
Easy with his ribs. That's better.
That's how you get an avulsion fracture.
Yeah.
McCutchen making amazing recovery results so far. As I would say, people would suggest he's ahead of whatever schedule he might have been on.
See that glove he had on?
this morning when he was out playing catch.
Glove, yeah. Well, that neon green's the new in color, and he had a glove made that way. He was playing catch and looked good playing catch too. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jed Jerko. Tying run in scoring position. Go ahead, run at first. Padres batting in the top of the 4th. Charlie's 2-2. Good way to get around. That's a pretty good way too on the river. Two men on, 2-2 count. And there it is. Back front door curve. And Jerko strikes out looking. Andrew McCutchen has been painted by many. He's an artist himself. It's Paint the Pirates Day today on Root Sport. Pirate paintings today. There's Paint the Pirates Sunday. Along with Bob Walk and Robbie Inchmakowski, I'm Tim Neverett. Glad you're with us. With some of the talent that is on display today. Jordy Mercer facing Tyson Ross to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Pirates up by a run. You can get paintings to us still during the course of the game. Send them to us via Twitter at #PaintThePirates. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jordy Mercer. George Williams still working on the art. 2-1 to Jordy. Mercer 1 for 1. He had a single in the 1st inning. Ross's 2-1 pitch. Fouled off, 2-2. Ross, during the daytime this year, has had a pretty good ERA. He led the National League in day earned run average. 129 his day earned run average. Gave up the 2 first inning runs. Base hit by Marte, followed by a home run by Gregory Polanco.
I wonder if it's harder to pick up the slider, the spin on the slider in the glare of the day. What do you think? He throws so many sliders?
Yeah, it's possible.
Just throwing something out there.
It's definitely possible. 3-2 foul back.
You know, it's not uncommon. We've seen that with hitters and pitchers both. That they have these odd splits between daytime and nighttime, and you always wonder what is the difference? Why are they like that? You know, Pedro for a long time he was such a good power hitter with his home runs in day games.
Mercer takes ball 4, and the Pirates have a base runner to start the 4th inning. Andrew McCutcheon, he has been a busy guy in the dugout. Tried to fool his teammates the other night by putting on a helmet and getting a bat in his hands. Trying to fool us on television, thinking that if he did that, we might think he was coming in a pinch hit. But
were you fooled?
No, not at all.
No, he's just messing around, having some fun. I think that's what he's been doing a lot of in that dugout.
Pirates can't wait for him to get back out there in the field.
They want that bat back in that lineup, and he might be a little pretty much a handful sitting in the dugout with nothing to do.
Foul ball by Travis Snyder. Snyder bounced out to Tyson Ross in the 1st inning. 0 for 1 for Snyder. Ross has not lost a game in nearly a month. His last loss came on the 13th of July. There's a base hit. And the Pirates have set up shop. 2 on, nobody out. Last night the Pirates in these types of situations did not cash in. They were not as opportunistic, and today they need to be a little more opportunistic.
That's it. We've already had a couple of opportunities with some ducks on the pond. We'll put a couple in the bag here.
Jason Nix 0 for 1. Popped up to Amarista, the shortstop, in the 1st to end the inning. Pirates putting together a threat. Pitch to Nix. Swung on, ground ball to 3rd. Steps on the bag for 1. And they get the double play. Jerko had thoughts of turning for 3. But Nix able to get down the line in time. Solarte pulling the force out. Now nobody in scoring position and 2 men out. The inning turns on its ear.
Yeah, this is, I guess, the second worst thing that could have happened. And normally, if you hit it to a double play, you would like it to go 2nd to 1st, and then you still have somebody in scoring position at 3rd. But they were able to get kind of an unconventional double play and had thoughts of trying to get 3.
Chris Stewart on. He takes a wave at it. Thinking 1 to Stewart. Well, we talked about being opportunistic, and the Pirates were not. We're seeing a situation already in this series with the Pirates with the bases loaded and nobody out on Friday. Couldn't score. Last night, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out in the 8th inning. Crucial time in a 2-1 game, and they couldn't get anybody across. Russell Martin had the double in the 8th after Mercer had led off with a base hit. They were stuck at 2nd and 3rd. 1-1. There goes Nix. Throw down by Rivera. Jason Nix swipes it back.
I think they were maybe ignoring Nix a little bit. Not really paying much attention over at first base. And got a nice jump, and there was a big leg kick where Ross really brought that knee up a long ways. Took quite a while to get the ball to the plate. By the time that hit Rivera's glove, Nix was over halfway to second.
First steal this year. He started the year with the Phillies in the major leagues. He was in spring training with the Rays. Then after the Phillies let him go, he went back to the Rays and was with Tampa Bay in AAA. Becoming a free agent August 1st, and then the Pirates signed him as a free agent. I understand the Pirates have made a waiver claim for an infielder from the Angels as well. Tommy Field claimed off waivers today by the Pirates. Paint the Pirates Day Sunday, some scoreboard artwork. Almost looks like a stained glass window.
Yeah.
Chris Stewart.
It does. Cooling off. Picture of the Pirate fans.
Fan with a fan. Stewart strikes out. The inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We'll go to the 5th. Pirates 2, Padres 1. Currently are Pirates 2.5 behind the Brewers. Cardinals half game behind the Pirates. Reds 6 out. Cubs 15 out. Brewers always seem to get runs at that ballpark, and they're tied now. Dodgers struggling to score runs in that series. It's 2-1. Not a lot of runs scored in this series either. George Williams working on his next project. We'll be checking in with George to see what he's got going. That is pretty neat.
Don't know.
When he puts the white paint on there, it neutralifies the black background.
Exactly.
Opposite field base hit for Abraham Almonte, leadoff single. Third hit for the Padres.
That's quite a place to be painting it, isn't it?
I think I know what that is.
I don't think it's upside down now that I can get a better look at it.
Oh, it's great. See the tweet at the bottom of the screen. Painting shown today are really neat to see. Thanks for sharing. Here's Rene Rivera tying runs at first. Nobody out. Throw over there, and getting back is Almonte. Abraham Almonte arrived in San Diego from the Seattle organization, a deal that sent former Padre Chris Denorfia to the Pacific Northwest. Almonte part of the return. Spent the majority of the season at AAA, and another base hit. Back-to-back singles, and now the Padres are starting to figure out Charlie Morton.
Yeah, they're starting to hit some holes with those ground balls too. But this is the thing with Charlie. He's always just a ground ball away from getting out of a situation. We saw Ross do it last inning with it. A couple of guys on first and second, and boom, double play ball. And that's really one of the specialties of Charlie. Of course, with Ross up there right now, he's going to take the double play out of the equation, you would think, where they sacrifice bunt. Or he'll attempt to anyway.
Throw down to second base, and he's safe. A good idea by Stewart. Almonte was drifting.
Boy, how aggressive was Ike coming in from first base? He is definitely trying to get to that baseball quickly so he can have a force out at third.
Ike's not even in the picture here.
No, he's probably about 30 feet from the plate. He's coming in deep again. Of course, as a bunter up there, what the first baseman's doing shouldn't bother you at all, because that's not where you're supposed to put the ball. In this scenario, you want to bunt the ball to third.
.59 hitter Ross, 7 for 43 on the season. He has 2 sacrifices. Ball and 1 strike to Tyson Ross, the Padre pitcher. Nobody out, 2 on. Wheel play, and the pitch in for a strike. They crashed Harrison and Davis, with Mercer breaking for third.
Yeah, the infield at that point was all open, and Ross should have been swinging. Look, the middle infielders running hard for the corners. If you just hit a little ground ball out there somewhere, got yourself a base hit most of the time. And even if one of the middle infielders can stop their break, go get the ball, normally they're not going to be able to do anything with it other than keep it from rolling to the outfield. See what they do again.
1-2 pitch. Right to Davis. We'll get the lead runner. Almonte slides and makes it tough for J-Hay to make a throw. But Ike Davis crashing hard retires the lead runner. Now there is 1 out. Runners at first and second.
This was exactly what the Pirates are hoping for, bringing Ike in. He's in there really close. They're looking for a poor bunt, and that's what they got, a poor bunt. It didn't go down the third base side, so Ike's right there to get the lead runner. And Almonte, a nice job sliding wide, making sure that there was not going to be a double play. J-Hay would have loved to get off a throw to first base.
Back to the top of the order, Alexei Amarista. He's 0 for 2. Last time up, grounded out to Mercer at short. Middle infield playing for 2 behind Charlie. Strike 1 to Amarista. Amarista did strike out his first time up. Blocked by Stewart. Clint was talking, I think it was yesterday, about both Stewart and Martin, and they counted a stretch of, I believe, 30 straight blocked balls between the 2 of them where base runners did not advance. They're pretty happy with that. Slicing out a play for a strike. And it's 0-2 to Alexei Amarista. Ross, the runner at first base, and over at second, catcher Rene Rivera. So the battery's out there on the bases. Amarista's 0 for 5 in the series, 0 for 2 today. Charlie's 0-2 pitch. Foul back.
And there was that curveball down and in. That's the equalizer for the lefties.
Let's see. What are we looking at here? I mean, I can see what some of that is that George is painting. Who is the subject?
I don't know. I think I see you up in the press box there, though.
Oh, absolutely. It's easy to spot. Right
yep,
there.
There you are. Yeah. Thanks, George.
A looper in the shallow left. Waiting is Snyder. 2 down.
Snyder in playing shallow anyway. Didn't have to go far to get that little loop ball out that direction.
Somebody tipping a cap, I believe. There's a hint right there. Two to 1 Pirates. Game 3 of this 3-game set. We're in the 5th. 2 outs, 2 on. Batter is Hervé Solarte. Strike 1 to Solarte. He walked and scored the Padres' only run in the 4th. Driven in by Yonder Alonso's base hit. 4 hits for the Padres, 4 hits for the Pirates. Charlie looks back at second. Now that curveball came in through the back door for a strike. 0-2.
That's been a real big difference this year. Being able to throw that hook in there with these lefties.
Came inside and got him. And Solarte to pick himself up. Charlie Morton leads the league in hit batsmen. And Solarte feeling the effects of that last pitch.
It's one of the things that it just is always there with Charlie, is he just doesn't have the fine control, and he just can't seem to put that curveball really right where he wants to. Of course, way ahead in the count, he doesn't want to throw it for a strike, but definitely didn't want to miss that badly with it.
Charlie has hit nearly twice as many men as the next closest on the list of hit batsmen, Mike Leake and Alfredo Simon, both of Cincinnati. Johnny Cueto, also of Cincinnati, in there with A.J. Burnett. Morton with 19 hit batsmen.
A lot of them have been like this, where he's just missed way inside with a curveball and caught a left-hand hitter in the leg.
So this will load the bases with 2 outs. Tying run at third, go ahead run in scoring position for Seth Smith. Smith has grounded out twice to Ike Davis at first base. Curveball misses, ball 1. Mr. Hurdle. More artwork for the boss's office. Smith takes ball 2, 2-0. Almonte and Rivera with singles back-to-back to start the inning. Almonte would be erased at third on the bunt attempt by Tyson Ross. Erased is flied out. Solarte hit by a pitch. And Smith goes the other way toward the left field corner. This is trouble. It's off the wall and gets away from Snyder. The Padres have the lead. This will clear the bases. And heading to third base with a triple is Seth Smith. And the Padres now lead it 4-2.
Well, the situation was that Charlie's control wasn't the best, and he fell behind 2-0 and had to try and throw that fastball in there. It didn't move that much, but you have a left-handed hitter taking him the other way, which is Charlie's weak spot still. And Travis, I think, thought he was going to be able to maybe make that catch, so he got trapped way too close to the wall. Instead of playing the rebound, had to go chase after it. Everybody scored. Smith's at third. Yeah, when you're going over there, you got to make that decision. You're going to be able to catch it and go for it. If you can't catch it, then you got to get off the wall and try to just contain the damage.
And here comes another one. Smith scores. And the wild pitch. It is 5-2.
Yeah, the triple pays off with another run with the wild pitch. And look where that ball bounced. Again, you can attribute this entire inning to the control. And the last game was a great ball game. Charlie did a great job, but you could see that the control wasn't there all the time. He had the 4 walks. There were some deep counts, but he got out of situations with those ground balls. In this inning here, in the top of the 5th, couldn't quite wiggle off.
Charlie retired the first 10 men in the ball game before walking Solarte. Solarte has reached base without a hit and has scored twice. And here comes Snyder with a sliding grab.
Nice play on that one. That was sinking fast.
Travis Snyder. The defensive play ends the inning, but the Padres with 4 up.
On Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. And by Levin Mattress, located in all Levin furniture showrooms and freestanding stores. Let's go Bucks!
5-2, San Diego, 4 spot in the top of the 5th. Charlie Morton is going to be done for the afternoon. 5 innings for Charlie, 5 earned runs on 5 hits and 5 strikeouts. 87 pitches for Morton.
Well, we talked about this at the start of the ball game. This is the kind of situation you try to avoid when you have a short bench of having the pinch hit earlier in the ball game. But
Michael Martinez will ground out on the first pitch.
You can understand here you're down by 3, and it's a leadoff spot for the inning with the top of the lineup coming up. Need to try to get something going, but didn't work.
Well, Seth Smith, the culprit. The bases loaded 2-out triple, and then he came in on a wild pitch by Morton. Stolme Pimentel loosening up. He'll pitch the 6th. 1 out for Marte. 1 for 1. He takes a strike. Starling was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. Singleton scored back in the 1st. Now Tyson Ross pitching with new life. He was in trouble early. Didn't have a good 1st inning. Pirates got 2 off of him. Polanco hit the home run. But his hitters got some runs for him in the 5th with 4. They got 1 back in the 4th. Marte, hot shot down to short. Amarista will lob it across the infield to get him. 2 down.
Okay.
Well, paint the Pirates day. Putting the finishing touches on Clint Hurdle. This was after a walk-off last year against Cincinnati when Travis Snyder had a walk-off hit and Clint tipped his cap to the battling Bucks and said, unbelievable, unbelievable.
Yep, that's got the hair perfect. Look at that.
Strike 1 to Gregory Polanco.
Just need that bubble gum though, maybe.
Right there.
That's in there.
Painted it on the inside.
Oh, we know it's in there.
1 for 2 for Polanco. 2 outs, nobody on. Ross trying to hang a 0 after his team put up 4 for him. Ross's pitch inside to Polanco, 1-2.
Got it.
Comes the handprint. Boom.
All right.
Looking good.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely perfect. Great like this. I really captured that moment.
Thank you.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Polanco.
Well, we got plenty of time. I think we're going to have another one. I think we need time because we got to have a comeback now, so there'll be plenty of time for painting.
Ross getting ready to deliver the 2-2 pitch. Polanco pelts this one to right field. That's going to the wall, and Gregory's going to second base. Second extra base hit for Polanco, another multi-hit game. And the Pirates with a runner in scoring position and 2 men out.
Polanco is one of those very talented hitters that can get really hot. We already saw that once when he first came to the big leagues. Can really do a lot to soften the blow of having Walker and McCutchen out of the lineup.
It's the 16th multi-hit game for Polanco.
Those long strides, it doesn't look like he's running that fast, but he's definitely covering some ground.
Harrison is 0 for 2, trying to get Polanco in. Just get 1 run back.
Yeah, you got to chip away. Kind of like a painting. You got to start somewhere.
Okay. Harrison awaits the pitch from Ross with Polanco at second. Fans Looking on as Stormy Pimentel warms up. Can peek into the bullpen area.
See what that big league fastball looks like up close.
95 miles an hour from Ross, and it's 0-2 to Harrison. Neat feature here at this park. One of several. It's Josh and Harrison aboard.
Trying to come up and in with an 0-2 pitch apparently.
Second man Ross has hit today. He hit Marte in the second inning.
Quite a ways inside, but Jay able to just kind of turn out of the way of it. Most importantly, got that hand out of there.
Down Balsley having a word or two. Checking on the starter. Now Ross has not given up more than 2 runs in his last 9 starts. Each of his last 9 starts. He's given up 2 today. Pirates had runners on last inning. Have 2 on now with 2 out in the 5th for Ike Davis. Davis has walked. And has lined out softly to the shortstop Amarista. 5 hits apiece, 5-2 San Diego. Told you at the outset the Pirates have never won a series against the Padres in PNC Park. Padres have won 13 straight here at Pittsburgh. It's one of those things, you know, you can't figure it out. It's not like
Ross can't figure it out. He had to call out his catcher.
Didn't they just have a meeting?
Well, he couldn't figure it out. Having another meeting.
It was an after meeting.
Yep. Forgot what was said. Didn't take notes properly.
First pitch coming to Ike Davis. Out front a little bit. No balls and 1 strike to Ike. Runners lead from first and second. Ike takes a strike and it's 0-2. Harrison at first base. Polanco in front of him. Polanco with a 2-out double. Harrison hit by a pitch. Davis in the air to center field. Ranging over to his right is Venable. Venable went a long way to make that catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. We go to the 6th, 5-2 San Diego.
Inning, Mike Pomeranz is the backup play-by-play guy. Calls about 30 games a year for the San Diego Padres on television in place of the great Dick Enberg. Pomeranz is the primary pre- and post-game host, but he has a unique story. He played 88 games as a minor leaguer between Rookie League Baseball and the Single A. But he's been traded twice in his career, both at the Single A level and both for former Pirates. So he comes up in the Twin system and is traded to the Buccos for Junior Ortiz, who put together a few solid years, Tim and Bob, with the Pirates. So the Pirates had him in Single A. They decided to ship him out for Lloyd McClendon, former Pirates manager. Talk about a unique story. Mike Pomeranz, 88 career games, and helped bring two good ball players and managers to the North Shore. How about that?
Absolutely. Through many ball games to Junior Ortiz behind the plate. And Mac, definitely a huge part of those division-winning teams in the early 90s.
Gabby Sanchez in at first. Stolmy Pimentel on the pitch. Pimentel on the Davis spot in the order, so Sanchez batting ninth. 2-1 for Stolmy this season. Taking over for Charlie Morton in the top of the 6th inning. Venable grounds it to Sanchez. 1 out.
And not only is the bench a little short, you have a 6-man bullpen. Pirates haven't done that in a number of years. I don't think that's something that they would like to do. They like having that extra bullpen guy.
Yeah, Neil Huntington saying today that they're going to have to balance things out here pretty soon. Again, there may be some movement after the game or before tomorrow's game regarding Neil Walker and the disabled list. Perhaps he's still active, but the process of getting him back and healthy has been difficult. Did pinch hit last night, but now couldn't go today.
Yeah, that's kind of like the thing that was really unexpected, because he'd taken batting practice right for a couple of days and was able to go out there and pinch hit, but this morning couldn't go.
Clint telling me earlier today, just not going to be able to go with a short bench for too much longer, so they've got to make a decision soon on what to do. Well, they've been fortunate with both McCutchen and Walker out. They had won a few games, but again, you mentioned it earlier, Bob, because the starters had been able to go about 7 innings. It saved the bench.
Well, the first series, the offense really picked up their game. We got a lot of clutch hits. If you had a guy at third with the infield back, you got the ground ball. We had sac flies. We had all that kind of neat stuff. Some big, doubles with a lot of guys on.
Jerko line drive center field, a base hit. 1 out single for the Padres second baseman.
And they were able to cover up the fact that you're missing the middle of your lineup right now, but eventually it's going to show up, and it has in this series against the Padres.
That's a neat way to head down up the river.
He's out there going to be looking to take over one of those other boats, I think. Is that what Pirates do?
That's what they do.
See if he can find a chest of gold.
Abraham Almonte. Strike 1. Prepare to be boarded.
I don't think Pirates give a warning.
Well, they don't ask permission, that's for sure. They just do it.
If the Jolly Roger goes up, you're in trouble. That's the only warning they give.
Nothing in 1 to Almonte. Snap throw back to first, and diving back is Jed Jerko.
Padres were from Spain, weren't they? Spanish galleons.
See. 1-1. And a swing and a miss. And Almonte now down to the count, a ball and 2 strikes. So Padres, Spanish for father. The missions in San Diego. The origin of the name Padres. Their nickname, the Friars. F-R-I-A-R, Bob, not F-R-Y-E-R. Then they'd have been the San Diego Cooks.
That's what I have on the menu when you get home. Friars.
Friars?
Except I think they've been on the grill.
Two. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another pirate ship. Complete with a beverage table and a grill. No pirate ship would be complete without those amenities.
Got to feed the crew.
Almonte strikes out. Stolmy picks up strikeout number 1. So 2 men are out for San Diego. Pirates would like to recognize all youth and travel teams on the 2014 season on August 19th. Invite you to come to see the Braves. Teams will receive a $10 discount off outfield box and grandstand seats. Players that attend the game in their jerseys can stay after the game to run the bases. For tickets, go to pirates.com/youthbaseball. It's August 19th. Atlanta Braves are here. Rene Rivera takes the ball. Forward to that Braves series. That's going to be interesting as we get later into August. Standings may or may not be shaping up at that time. We just don't know. It looks like a 3-team race now in the Central, although Cincinnati trying to hang in. George Williams working on his 3rd masterpiece of the day.
No guesses yet.
Rivera pops this one up down the right field line. Polanco to the railing. He runs out of room. That ball in the seats. So Jerko has to go back to the bag at first base. Takes the shortcut. I have a guess, but I'm not going to tell you yet. I can see it. Any idea, Bob?
No. What's the brown part up at the top? If I could figure that out.
Well, I'll tell you, it's not brown. It's orange.
Oh, is it?
Swing and a miss by Rivera.
Orange. Holding something up that's. I know what it is.
You got it?
I think it's going to be. You want me to say?
Yeah.
I think is it a Gatorade?
I would shower. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But who's getting showered? Maybe that guy.
Could be. Good call on your part. Gave it away with the orange.
Strike 3. Rivera down on strikes. Pimentel strikes out 2, gives up a hit, and the Padres strand a man. Through 5.5, 5-2, San Diego.
authority of the Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Taking a look at some more artwork that has been submitted to us on a Paint the Pirates Sunday. Good rendition of the logo. Another one. And that is pretty neat.
Look at that.
Roberto Clemente.
Oh, I like that.
Made up of words.
Oh, yeah. I can see the ice cubes.
Hey, all the way. He is.
Well, we're going to need a hero in today's game. There's definitely somebody who's going to have to get that big hit. And they'll get the Gatorade shower at the end, hopefully.
Jordy Mercer hopes to lead things off. He's been on base twice, walked his first time up, or rather his last time up, and his first time up had a base hit. 259 the average for Jordy. Pulls it down the left field side, and it hooks way up and out of play.
He hit it a ton, just got a little too quick with it. You don't get a lot of balls up there. That's a fortunate one.
A hug for Dad.
Yep.
No spilled beer that time for Mercer. Ground ball up the middle. And Jordy's got his second hit. Leadoff single. Pirates with a man aboard. RBI Baseball is back with all 30 Major League Baseball teams and 2014 players. Get the retro 2-button style baseball game you've been missing. Visit RBIGame.com for more details and download today on your console and mobile device. PNC Park on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. 75 degrees at game time. Tyson Ross pitching to Travis Snyder with Mercer getting back. Mercer with his 27th multi-hit game of the year. Snyder fouls this one back. 0-1 to Travis. Travis 1 for 2. Baltimore has scored a run. They're now trailing the Cardinals by just a run in the bottom of the 5th inning, 3-2. Baltimore can come back. They sweep the Cardinals. It'll be tough for Miami to come back on Cincinnati. 7-2 Reds. They're in the 8th. Reds lost the first 2 games to the Marlins. And the Dodgers have taken a lead over the Brewers, 2-1 in the 5th. How about that getting around?
The Pirates getting that leadoff hitter on this inning, and you're down by a few. You want to take advantage of that. You don't have to get them all back right now either. Just even if you can just get Mercer home, try to cut into that lead. When you start every inning, you're just thinking, if we can get that leadoff guy on, that'll get something going.
Get in front of that one. Snyder's been pretty good at home. 301 average for Snyder. 28 hits and 93 at bats.
You wonder if Ross might run out of gas a little early today because of that long first inning. What did he throw, about 30 pitches in that first inning? And that would take a little bit of a toll. A really warm afternoon.
Rivera hangs on to the foul tip, and Snyder strikes out. 1 gone for the Pirates in the bottom half of the 6th.
That didn't take a toll on this fastball. 94. That had a little movement, a little finish right at the end. And went down. And that was a little late and a little bit over the top.
"90 pitches for Ross, 57 of them strikes. And he'll face Jason next. Our second baseman takes a strike. In the fourth inning, Nix hit into a fielder's choice. That resulted into a double play. Mercer at second and Snyder at first. Both Mercer and Snyder were erased on forced plays, but Nix was safe at first, so he gets a fielder's choice. Two outs were recorded. One man out. Pirates half of the sixth inning. Each team with 6 hits. Big hit. 2 out, bases loaded triple by Seth Smith, Padre right fielder. Paint the Pirates Day today as we're watching artist George Williams create more pirate art here at the ballpark.
Must be really neat for the people that are sitting there behind him watching him paint all these gorgeous pictures this afternoon. It's so neat to watch him. He's something unconventional with the 2 hands going real fast like that. He even goes to the paint bucket fast.
I mean, there are no numbers on that canvas or anything. He just does it freehand. It's been really impressive to watch all afternoon. This is the 3rd painting he has made. Two, and Nix pops it up. Foul ground for Rene Rivera, and right where the open area is in the backstop, he's able to make the catch.
Almost tumbled in there.
Nix is now 0 for 3 as he fouls out to the catcher Rivera.
This ball, because of the spin, is actually coming back toward the infield. Able to just barely catch that ball right underneath that netting. He's looking up and he could see the netting behind him. I think he was surprised that there wasn't anything there to catch him, because the netting ends right about maybe a foot or so over his head. Didn't realize that hole was there.
Chris Stewart batting with 2 outs. Rivera was surprised too. Want to know to Chris. Stewart is 0 for 2. Struck out looking in the 4th. Breaking ball is up. Ball and 1 strike. That's the count. 2 down. Two and 1.
He's getting a little ahead of himself. Like I said, I think he might be running out of gas. Seeing him kind of get a little out of shape and miss by quite a bit on certain pitches.
He leads off, or is scheduled to lead off in the top of the 7th.
I'd be surprised if he's not up there with a bat.
So George,
yes,
You got an assistant now, I see.
I have a
Nice.
fan.
Yeah, very good. Oh, very pretty fan.
Yes, she is.
You're going to finish it. I guess you got to wait so you
much.
don't get any paint on her. There you go.
Oh, I'm dry.
You're dry.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Oh, that was great. Hey, the painting turned out fantastic.
Thank you very much.
Hopefully it'll inspire the Pirates now to come up with a hero for today's game.
I hope so. I hope we can get to this toward the end. Yes.
Line shot right at Solarte at third base. And the Pirates are done in the 6th. We go to the 7th inning. There it is on campus, finishing it up. Canvas, rather. And this was the real Jay Hay Gatorade bat. Hashtag Bucks fan photo. This one came in from Linda Moore. They are here at PNC Park. And another one. George, his imitation of Bill Mazeroski. Those are the AT&T fan photos today. It's Kids Day Sunday afternoon. Pirates looking for some runs. And Stolmy Pimentel will face Jeff Francoeur, the pinch hitter for Tyson Ross. Francoeur started in right field last night. Francoeur swing and a miss, 1-1. So Ross, for the first time, I should say no, for the 10th time, he has gone at least 6 innings, giving up 2 or fewer runs. Game didn't start out that way. It didn't look like it was going to be that way for Tyson Ross, but it ended up that way. So 10 straight starts of at least 6 innings and just 2 or fewer runs given up. Tyson Ross is pretty good.
Yes, he is. He's one of the better pitchers now in the National League. They're trying to extend him as far as they can. He's never thrown this many innings before. So they're going to watch him very close. They're not really in a race for anything. Don't know if he'll even pitch all the way to the end of the season, but not surprised at all that they got him out of there this afternoon and not letting him throw another inning, especially since he's leading off here.
He's gone 160 2/3 innings now. 27-year-old Tyson Ross now is a pitcher of record for the Padres. Francoeur fouls this one off. Charlie Morton the other side. Bucks would love to get Charlie off the hook. Charlie gave up 5 earned runs in 5 innings. Ross threw exactly 100 pitches. 63 of those 100 for strikes. 3-2.
Tall reached back a little bit that time. That fastball going through the speed trap at 97.
To right center field, Marte, and the run makes the catch. 1 out. Pirate pitcher Garrett Cole is on the rehab trail, and today at Indianapolis he had himself a pretty good outing. 1 hit over 6 innings, no runs, no walks, 3 strikeouts, and 73 pitches. So Garrett Cole's 3rd rehab start, and this one was the best of the 3 that he's had.
Well, only 73 pitches in 6 innings, not very many strikeouts. Looked like he was kind of maybe pitching to contact today.
Alexei Amarista hits this one high and deep to right center. It's off the top of the wall. Amarista was enjoying watching it, so he's stuck at first base. Gregory Polanco got the ball in a hurry, and Amarista is certainly going to hear about it from Bud Black.
Well, he hits so many home runs that he's used to watching them, I guess.
Only 3.
And sometimes power hitters will do this. They'll enjoy it a little.
What was that T-shirt from the Sarcasm Society? He should be in a full-out sprint right here, and it should be standing at second base.
Well, he's hit 3. He knows when he's got it.
Didn't get it. The skipper is probably not too pleased. Take the hit, but Solarte takes the ball.
You know, when you see that happen to it, I mean, you know, yeah, the skipper's probably not too pleased, but you know, how about the teammates? How about all the guys that work so hard and bust their rear ends out here to try and get a win, and they see somebody, you know, that's got good speed, hit one off the top of the right center field wall and jog to first. What do the teammates think?
Could change the inning. Solarte could hit into a double play here, nullify the hit if he's at second base.
Neutrify.
Oh, neutrify. I'm sorry. Neutrify the hit. And let me lose my train of thought. You neutrify.
Well, that could cost it could cost them a run. Just Cadillacing down to first.
Alexei Amarista inserted into the leadoff spot. He was originally going to hit 7th today, but Everett Cabrera had a cramp in his left hamstring right before the game started, so Amarista moved into the leadoff spot. Abraham Almonte moved into left field. Amarista in from left to play short. Cabrera not playing today. So Solarte 0 for 1. He has walked and been hit by a pitch, and when he has received the free passes, he's scored a run each time. Stolme's 2-0. This one has popped up to short left, and that's going to drop in for a hit. Snyder did not have a good break on it at all.
No, he was a little late coming in, and perhaps looking into that sun. That's kind of a sun field right now in left this type of the afternoon. Might not have seen the ball right away. This one's in the air a long time.
2 men on and 1 out. Batter will be Seth Smith. Smith did the damage in the 5th inning with the bases loaded. The 3-run triple and would score on a wild pitch. And now a warning has been issued by Chris Conroy.
Well, he's done a good job of staying back out of things, and finally decided, hey, I can't let this go on. I mean, how many guys are going to get hit today?
Well, 2 Padres, 2 Pirates. Scores even in that department.
Except for the down and in curveball, they've all been hit with a fairly solid. That one had the hurt.
Yonder Alonso takes up, so a threat now for the Padres with the bases full, 1 out. Final time the Padres and Pirates see each other this season. Padres will head home and they'll play the Colorado Rockies starting tomorrow night. 3-game series. Then they'll go to St. Louis and play 4 with the Cardinals after that. Maybe they'll get some of the same fortune they have against the Pirates in St. Louis. Cardinals, by the way, have added a run against Baltimore. It's 4-2 in the 6th. Three balls, no strikes, and now Stolmy in danger of walking in a run. Padres with a chance to make it ugly now. Swinging 3-0 is Alonso. He fouls it away.
Swung at ball 4 on a 3-0 count. They give you that green light 3-0. You gotta show some discipline. Get a good pitch to hit.
Now it's 3-2. Alonso with a full count, bases loaded. 235 the average for Alonso. He had an RBI single in the 4th. Now the payoff. In the air to left field. Amarista will tag at third base. Amarista ends up scoring to make it 6-2. Sacrifice fly by Alonso, and there are 2 men out. Seth Smith was plunked this inning by Stolmy last night. That one down and in on Medica. Medica got hit again later in the helmet by Jared Hughes. Today, Marte hit up and in. Down goes Solarte. Harrison plunked. And now Smith.
Standing next to the plate's been a dangerous spot in the series.
Venable fouls it back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Venable 1 for 3. Single in the 4th inning. Struck out back in the 2nd and grounded out to Ike Davis at first base in the 6th. That's pulled, foul. Bounce off the head groundskeeper's office. Let's see, this will be the 4th one for George Williams today. Crowd going wild.
Yep, definitely going to be a nice crowd shot. What else will be in there, though? You know, there's going to be something else.
George knows. Doesn't want to give it away yet. Broken bat, loop, a foul. Venable will get a new bat. Step back in with a 1-2 count. 6-2. Padres in front.
And the key to the pictures I've noticed is how George decides to fill in the open spots. He always waits on those.
There's Stolme set and the 1-2. Venable fouls it back to the screen. It's amazing how he fills up all that open canvas, Bob.
Yes, it is.
Yep.
It's the key to painting, I guess.
That would be the key to painting.
How you fill up the open spots. So.
Otherwise, it would be a blank canvas. Venable fouls it back again.
But that's not what I meant. As George kind of paints around the whatever the subject, the focal point is going to be when he starts his painting. Now, you've noticed that, right?
Yes.
Like, for instance, the Gatorade was up on top before anything else, right?
So the 1-2.
You the gypsies making fun of me?
Yes, we are. There's the
sarcastic bunch you are.
A block by Stewart. Craig McConnell, coordinating producer, put everything together for Paint the Pirates Day. Getting hydrated. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Venable fighting off Stolme. Two balls, 2 strikes. It's inside, count full, 3-2. 2 hits this inning, a hit batsman, a sacrifice fly. Amarista with the leadoff single high off the right center field wall. Should have had a double, didn't take it. But fortunate for him, he came around to score regardless, the way the inning worked out. Runners will go, and that's ball 4. And Venable is aboard. The bases are loaded again.
Now base hit now might seal the deal. 4 runs down.
Genmar Gomez loosening up, and the Pirates have asked Brandon Compton, a starter. We've seen Brandon start a number of games. Did a nice job for the Pirates, but he's down in AAA. They've asked him to come out of the bullpen, and maybe that is one thing that we might see in the near future is Compton helping the Pirates out of the bullpen. Ray Searage, the long, slow walk out to visit with Stolme Pimentel.
Yeah, Ray really took his time getting out there. He wanted to make sure that Gomez can get loose and be ready if this inning was to continue. Long conversation. They're really buying some time, I think, right now is what Ray's doing as much as anything else.
Washington and Atlanta tonight. They had some weather down south last night. Braves and Nationals. Don't forget, you can see the Braves. They come in to take on the Pirates on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. All games 7:05. For tickets, go to pirates.com.
Always fun to come out and root against the Braves.
That's what we want it to look like. Crowd going crazy. Ted Jerko with the bases loaded. He is 1 for 3. He swings and misses. No balls and 1 strike. 182 for Jerko. Jerko fan. His brother was a good player, football player at West Virginia. Jed played baseball there. And he's behind in the count, 0-2. Down at Wheeling yesterday, Bob saw all the WVU stuff. As soon as you cross the border, it's all about the Mountaineers. And the 0-2. Strike 3. Jerko is out. Padres leave him loaded. They do get a run on 2 hits. Stretch time at PNC Park. Padres with a 6-2 lead. Keep it here on this Kids Day Sunday afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you now to stand and join the Pirates and Major League Baseball as we offer support to our troops here and abroad. Joining us on the field today, representing the Wounded Warrior Project, is Lance Corporal Clifford Mills of the United States Marines. A Beaver Falls native, Lance Corporal Mills served in the 3rd Battalion, 25th Marines overseas in Iraq in 2005. With over 20 patrols, Lance Corporal Mills' convoys were under heavy enemy fire almost every time they were on patrol. So we are thrilled to have Lance Corporal Mills back with us in Pittsburgh, safe and sound. And now here to lead us with God Bless America is Chelsea Hurt.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Fans, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. We invite you to follow the bouncing Eaton Park Smiley Cookie and join everyone watching at home on Root Sports as we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
Run, 6 hits for the Pirates. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning in Pittsburgh. Final game of this 3-game series. Right-hander Blaine Boyer takes over for the Padres. He'll pitch to Gabby Sanchez to start things off.
He certainly throws a lot of strikes. 25 innings. He's only given 3 free passes out, and doesn't like base runners in any form. Just a 169 opponent batting average for Boyer.
Boyer kicks and delivers to Sanchez.
Got some good beards in that bullpen, don't they?
They got a lack of razors. There's a shortage of razors in that pen.
Did the Friars have beards?
I don't think so.
Recall.
I'm looking at their old logo. The guy did the Friar did not have a beard. That's kind of a thing with some teams around baseball. Gabby pops this one up to right field. Seth Smith will make the catch, and there's one down. Let's check in now with Dan Potash back at our Root Sports studio with this game break.
All right. Be there as soon as I can. Decent crowd today, though. It might take a while. I had to fight through the crowd the other day. It was thick down there.
I mean, you don't get a police escort?
No. I
Person of your stature?
Excuse me, please. Excuse me.
Really? You should get a limo to go that 50 yards you got to walk.
It's crowded down on that level. Down in that concourse. And everybody's packed around because they want to see Dan, they want to see Rob. There it is.
I know what it is.
Now, do you see the spot that got filled in? That's what I've been talking about the whole time. The focal point. There he is.
Opening day. The Pittsburgh kid.
That's right.
Walk-off homer. That's a great painting. They've all been great.
Took a lot for George to pick that subject. You know, that's Pine Richland. That's not Seneca Valley.
Yeah, they're rivals. Mentioned it earlier in the game, but George is a teacher at Seneca Valley.
Yes.
Coaches soccer. And as you know now, he paints. Marte hits this one high and deep to left center. It is going to be tracked down by Almonte. Well, Marte gave it a ride. Almonte got over there right in front of the bullpen. And now 2 down.
Right by the gate. Makes that catch. One thing that's good about the fence out there in that spot when you're an opposing outfielder is those guys should be helping you out a little bit, telling you how far you got to go. You know, do you have room? That's always helpful. You do that a lot in front of the dugout on those pop flies, the foul balls. You know, you're always hollering, okay, you got room, or no, you don't. Hold up, you know, play back, play off. I would imagine the bullpen guys are helping their outfielders out to let them know if that ball is going to be up on the fence or not.
Helping him out by giving him the sunglasses. One ball, 1 strike to Polanco now, 2 outs. All right, George, you just about done with that one?
Almost.
Almost there?
Almost. Few finishing touches. You ready?
Go ahead, far away.
Touches. We're ready for you. Where'd you come up with that technique?
When I was growing up, I saw someone do this. A guy named Denny Denton, his 2-fisted art attack. And I thought it was really cool. I started teaching my kids about it, and then I decided to try it. So here we are.
George, we appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's a great painting again as Polanco grounds out.
Well, you're very welcome. Thank you very much.
From opening day, the Pittsburgh kid walked off the Cubs. Pirates won their 11th straight game, but it wasn't easy. The game was tied at 1 into the 16th inning. One RBI singles by Jeff King, Jose Lean, and pitcher Steve Cook put the Bucks on top 4-1. The Mets answered with one in the bottom half for a 4-2 final. Tim Wakefield pitched 8 innings, allowing just the 1 run before Denny Nagel, Bob Patterson, and Stan Belinda each followed with 2 scoreless innings of relief. Steve Cook got the win for pitching the final 2 innings. That's our this day in Pirates history, August 10th, 1992. Some changes now. Jason Nix makes his first appearance as a Pirate in right field. Well, Polanco comes out. Pedro Alvarez is in at third base. And Harrison moves over to second base.
Jedmar Gomez going to take over. We talk about many times about how his role in that bullpen can really vary. He's the utility pitcher.
So Gomez now pitch in the top half of the 8th inning. 6-2 San Diego. Almonte leading off, the left fielder. Ball 1. We want to express our thanks to George Williams, our artist today on Paint the Pirates Day.
I didn't know he was the soccer coach out there. He should get together with Russell Martin.
I know it.
Have Russell maybe come out to meet his team. Russell loves soccer. He's out most days or very early, out kicking the soccer ball around out in the outfield.
To left center field, Marte circling behind it. 1 out. Russ has been kind of leading that soccer parade. Started around the time the World Cup started. Now folks wanting to see the paintings. That's a great one of Walker, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the fans that got to sit there and watch that today, I mean, that had to be a little extra thrill for them to go along with the baseball game and watch George do his magic.
Swinging strike to Rivera.
And all we need is a little magic of our own to come back in this one. Still possible. Get 6 more outs, 2 more innings to work with, 4 runs down. It's doable.
Oh, 1 to Rivera. It's inside. Artwork on the face.
Let's go Bucks.
Left over from the face painting on Federal Street prior to the game. Kids' activities. Comebacker. And Gomez will lob it to first base for the out. 2 men gone for San Diego in the 8th. Potash Bob walk post game. They'll break it all down for you when this one is over.
Break it down.
So now the pinch hitter Tommy Medica. Medica hitting .272. Was hit twice last night. Once in the helmet. It was okay. It took him out of the ball game. The Padres did just for precautionary reasons. Had a starting pitcher Jesse Hahn come in and pinch run for him. Dodgers have added another run. That might be the insurance that Kershaw needs. It's now 3-1 in the 7th ahead of Milwaukee. And Baltimore in the rearview mirror of St. Louis, 4-3 in the 7th. Two and 1 to Medica. There's the 2-ball 1-strike pitch. Medica lifts this one in the air to left field. On the run is Snyder, and he will dive and not get it. Throw to second base is overthrown off of Gomez, and Medical head to third base. Pedro has to come in to cover the plate. A runner at third base and 2 outs. Certainly there'll be an error there.
What happened with this throw? It went high. That's what happened. The error certainly going to be on Marte.
There should be a double and an E8. Man at third, 2 down, and the batter is Alexei Amarista. The Padres turn the order over. Arista's 1 for 4. Allegheny Health Network Supermo slowing it down, showing us how close he got to catching the ball.
Yeah, it looked like it actually hit the glove right on the very tip.
Medica at third base, 2 outs, 2 strikes to Amarista. My guess is that if he gets one up in the air this time, Bob, he's going to sprint.
I would hope.
One and 2, a waste pitch from Gomez.
Pretty stiff breeze coming down the river, holding a lot of balls up in the air today. Tough to get one out there very deep. Going pretty much straight in from center field.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Tigers come in tomorrow. Get a look at Justin Verlander tomorrow night. Verlander 10-10. He'll oppose Jeff Locke, who is 3-3. First of a 4-game, 2-city series. Nissan road ahead looks like this. Verlander against Locke. Porcello against Volquez. Robbie Ray will start Wednesday opposite Vance Worley. Anibal Sanchez placed on the disabled list today. And then Thursday afternoon, Francisco Liriano against Max Scherzer. Two to Amarista. Pitch up, and it's 3-2. That goes tomorrow. Liriano last night had a tough luck night. Francisco was very, very good. Retired 19 in a row at one point. Gave up just 2 earned runs over 7 innings and suffered the hard luck loss. Amarista grounds it to first, foul. Pretty formidable looking pitching staff from Detroit.
Not so much with a little change they made. Putting Ray in there.
Well, Sanchez is out. We don't see Price. Price is pitching today against Toronto. Here's a ground ball to second. Jay Hay there. Goes on to first for the out. Pirates to the bat rack in the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 4 runs. Josh Harrison will lead off the bottom of the 8th inning. Pirates down 6-2. And facing right-hander Dale Thayer, third pitcher used by Bud Black this afternoon.
Yeah, pretty good bullpen that the Padres have put together. Thayer, another one of those guys with the great numbers and the pretty good facial hair going. Nice competition with that they have, I think.
Jay chases one and strikes out. So Harrison now 0 for 3 with a hit by pitch, and his 13-game hitting streak may have come to an end.
Looking like it's in jeopardy as he chased that high fastball up out of the zone.
And Pedro Alvarez up. Pedro is 0 for 2 since his return from the bereavement list. A couple of pinch hit efforts. Field shifted for Pedro. He takes a strike. Pirates doing whatever they can to get Pedro right again, get him back in the lineup. He has been working out both at third base and at first base. Shoots this one foul out of play down the left side. A lot of conversation. Pedro's been the topic for a long time. The Pirates resisted the move to put him at first base. And Pedro down on strikes. 2 strikeouts for Thayer.
Kind of an identical situation to the Jay Hay at bat. Get ahead, go upstairs, and get a chase. 6 pitches, 2 strikeouts.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo slowing down the swing for Pedro. Jordy Mercer takes a strike. Mercer 2 for 2 with a walk. Ball, 1 strike to Jordy. Thayer's pitch swung on, and that's down the line, foul. Good reach will get you a foul ball. Rally cap
Fans are trying.
Ball just got past her.
Yeah, it was hooking. Can't catch them all.
Ready for the 2-2 pitch is Jordy Mercer. We'll count full 3-2. Travis Snyder on deck. Dale Thayer pitching the 8th inning for San Diego. Padres in search of their 54th win and their 14th straight series win in Pittsburgh. And Jordy strikes out. Thayer comes in, strikes out the side. 8th inning is in the books. We'll move to the 9th as Thayer sits down Mercer. Andrew McCutchen's likeness submitted. Roberto Clemente. Another one of McCutchen.
There's some great pictures have come in. Pretty amazing.
Yes, 21 with that submission there. Of an old baseball card.
Oh, look at that one. It looks like real life.
That is real. That's the statue of the great one. Outside right before you get to the Roberto Clemente Bridge.
Man overboard.
They're not worried. Nice way to spend a day at the ballpark.
Looking up at the blue sky and a few puffy clouds floating by.
Gomez pitching to Solarte to start the ninth. 6-2 Padres.
There it is. That's what he was watching.
Those cumulonimbus, Bob?
I don't know, Tim. You've got me on that one.
You threw the waxing gibbous moon at me the other day, so I figured I'd throw the only cloud term I know.
I'm sure.
One ball, one strike pitch. Bouncer to the right side. Jay Hayes there. He will throw out Solarte for the first out of the ninth. Today, another sellout. 15 of them this year. 38,030 on hand. Third straight crowd of better than 38,000. Pirates have sold out the series with the Padres. Will be part of the homestand tomorrow night when the Tigers come in. Make sure you come out. Pirates.com to get your tickets. Great crowds, great atmosphere. The atmosphere on the North Shore on a game day here is like none other in baseball.
When you come down, it doesn't hurt to come a little early or stay a little late. Drive your boat.
One ball, one strike to Seth Smith.
Park over at Station Square. Come over on one of the Clippers.
Somebody just took my boat out for a wash. Yeah, they're just bringing it back to the slip for me so I can head home later.
Coming in to pick you up, huh? Yep. After the game?
Yep. Smith to right field. That's headed for the corner. Nix will chase it down. Smith around first. He will head to second base with his second extra base hit of the ball game. A one-out double in the ninth for Seth Smith.
Little tiny slider that tried to get the dip down underneath it. Down and in pitch. If you don't get it far enough, always pretty dangerous. Those left-hand hitters. They can just kind of drop the head of the bat right to the baseball and easily hook it down in that corner. Smith has his double.
24th of the year for Seth Smith. Yonder Alonso slaps this one foul and out of play. Yep, it's the ninth inning.
On a Sunday Kids Day.
Well, one pitch to Alonso. One ball, one strike. Now the home team's down. It's the ninth inning. Been a long day.
Did you touch me? No, don't touch me.
I didn't touch you. Yes, you did.
It's the ninth inning.
Quit it. Looking through the right side of those. Things get farther away when you look through the wrong side. I was just checking the schedule. So hey, when can we come do this again? Well, tomorrow night. Tuesday night.
Big bad Tigers. Verlander's ERA is up a little bit. I saw when I was looking at his fourth stat line.
Yeah. It's about 4.5, a little more than 4.5.
Not where he usually likes to work.
10 and 10.
Interesting to see how he's throwing the baseball.
3-1 pitch to Alonso. And he has walked. So Gomez has put a man on. Runners at first and second.
What was that? Was it 2 years ago he almost no-hit us? Jay broke it up late.
Yep. That was in Detroit. That was, let's see. I want to say like May 17th, May 18th. May 18th.
May 18th.
2012. Jay got the hit and Verlander yelled, "Darn." When it happened. Well, he didn't really yell that, but he pitched a wonderful game. And when Jay broke that no-hitter up, he almost one-handed the ball into center field.
Now the Tigers, at least this year, they're definitely one of the better teams in all of baseball. There's somebody that everybody's going to have to deal with, you would think, in the postseason.
And Toronto's trying to tire them out for the Pirates. They're in extra innings again. Yesterday they went 10 innings, and they're in the 10th now, tied 5-5. Anibal Sanchez on the disabled list.
I don't know why
he was
going to see Bobby Ray.
Robbie Ray.
Robbie Ray. I call him Bobby.
You go way back, don't you?
Yeah.
Thought so. 3-0 pitch.
It was from earlier when we were trying to think of the barbecue sauce. Baby Ray.
That's. Pirates do not see the new acquisition, David Price. Saw him once this year in Tampa. That was enough.
Yep. Don't need to see him anymore.
3-1. And Venable has walked. Bases are loaded. Janmar Gomez struggling in the 9th inning, walking back-to-back men. Clint Hurdle really doesn't want to have to use anybody else. And at this point, with a 4-run lead, Ray Searage has to come out and remind him that the rest of this ball game's yours.
Yeah, we're short. The bullpen has 6 guys. Normally, at least recent years, they like to have 7. So not as many relief pitchers as usually have out there. The bench is a little short. The 2 guys down there that are hurt and can't play, McCutchen and Walker. So the guys have to stay out on the field a little bit longer.
Shadows starting to creep in as we get to the late afternoon, almost early evening. Nothing doing in the Pirates' pen. Got a lot of watching right now. Bases full, 1 out. Pitch to Jerko. Jerko struck out with the bases loaded in the 7th inning. Down looking. Nothing in 1. And now more trouble. Snyder cuts it off. 2 runs are going to come in. Smith scores. Right behind him, Alonso scores. And the Padres with an 8-2 lead.
And it's a rout now. Not the way you wanted to play this rubber game. Didn't start out like this. Charlie went a long ways before he even gave up his first hit.
Jed Jerko with his 2nd hit. It's 2 RBIs, 34 and 35. Still 1 out, and Abraham Almonte, the batter, will take a strike.
Good thing right now about just getting a single on that is he gets to stand in the shade.
Yeah, that is a benefit, I would think.
Yep.
See, last time he came up in the 7th when he struck out with the bases loaded, the shadow of the light standard wasn't out there, so he figured if he got a hit, he'd have to stand in the sun. Yeah. So he just struck out instead.
Well, right now, first, the best place to be.
Sanchez will get Venable in a rundown, and Gabby tags him out. Nobody moving up. So Almonte reaching on a fielder's choice, and Gabby Sanchez, the first baseman, tags out the base runner Venable along the third baseline. That's something you don't see much of.
Yeah, the runners might have moved up a little bit if the score would have been a little bit different, but I think everybody just kind of, with it 8-2, decided just to hold station.
Venable realizing he was caught.
There was no action at all as far as trying to get to third.
Rivera fly ball to right field, and Nix will make the catch. And the Bucks down to their last wraps, down by 6 as we go to the bottom of the 9th at PNC Park. And inside the clubhouse for game reaction from the team, Clint Hurdle and our Root Sports analyst. Pirates postgame presented by Allegheny Health Network coming up after the game on Root Sports. Dan Potash standing by. He's preparing diligently. Bob Walk is getting ready to assist him and enjoy Dan's preparation.
My chair's down there waiting for me.
Tim Stauffer, former starter, coming out of the bullpen in mop-up duty for the Padres.
Going to come up with another name. A mop-up almost seems like you're losing. When he was coming in the game, I was trying to think of something that.
You mean like Nutrify?
Yeah, well, a mop-up is kind of like you're cleaning up a mess.
It'd be the Nutrifier.
You know, you're cleaning up a mess. It's like when you come in, you're down by 8-2.
Snyder swinging a miss. Travis 1 for 3.
He's showing up for the dessert. That's what Stoffer's doing.
No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And Snyder hits it to left field. Almonte flips down the shades, makes the grab, and there's 1 gone. So 1 out. Stauffer is trying to put the cherry on top of this one.
Yes, he is. He came for the dessert. Let's come in to pitch the 9th with a big lead. They're just here for the cheesecake.
If we were down in Florida, the key lime pie would be good. Think about that now. Getting hungry. Rally cap right to the end.
But I got the ice cream bowls. Come in for the sundae.
Jason Nix had a pair of hits last night. 0 for 3 today. Oh, he's wrapping up his Jolly Roger. Remember, you weren't supposed to put the bats in the bat bag until the game was over?
Yep, I remember that. Did that ever work?
What one of those things ever does. But it's just tradition.
Yep.
Two and 2 to Nix. Fouls it back. Well, the Pirates will, as Clint Hurdle always says, shower well. They'll wash this one off. Come back at it tomorrow. See also if the Pirates do make any roster moves after the game or sometime tomorrow. Move or moves. Try to balance out the bullpen for one. And to see if Neil Walker does need more time. What Clint was telling me about today is he said, is it worth 2 weeks down to play the final 6 weeks? Do you trade 2 weeks to get rested, get ready to go, and then you play down the stretch? He thinks it's worth it. And Nix is out on strikes, and the Pirates down to their final out today.
You hate to have injuries at any point during the season, but for some reason it seems to sting a little bit more when it happens in mid-August, when you're really starting to get into your pennant drive mode. You know, I know that all the teams in the Central Division have had to deal with some pretty significant injuries to key players this year, so you can't really cry about it.
Bucks down to their last strike. Nothing in 2 to Chris Stewart. Stauffer's pitch. Stewart to the right side. That is a fair ball. Going to carry him out in front of Smith, and that'll keep Stewart at first base. So a single with 2 outs. So the Bucks with a pulse still. Gabby Sanchez will come up for a second time.
That little pitch away, and then tried to really do a whole lot, just kind of poked it out there, just barely stayed fair, right on the edge of the chalk, looked like.
So Stewart on the shady side of the field.
He's going to run out to the sun. Nobody's going to care.
There's indifference.
It's 8-2, so they let him run out there.
Sanchez awaiting the 1-0 from Stauffer. 2 balls and no strikes. Veteran Seth Smith did the damage with the bat today. A bases loaded triple in the 5th inning, a double in the 9th. Gabby takes a strike, and it's 2-1. Smith did it with 2 outs in the 5th. That was the big blow to Charlie Morton today. Martin's on the hook.
And that 5th inning, that really was the game. And Charlie, a little bit of wildness there at the wild pitch. Hit batsman, walked.
Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Gabby Sanchez. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Stewart at second. Tim Stauffer trying to finish up. Payoff pitch. Gabby will get another. The Tigers tomorrow, 7:05. Pirates have been already looking forward to that interleague series. 2 more interleague series, one with the Tigers and then one in September here with the Red Sox. And in September, that's the only midweek series for the whole month. All the other games that the Pirates will play at home in September are on weekends, and it's just 2 series with the Cubs and the Brewers. Buck's gone a lot in September. The 16th, 17th, and 18th. Boston will be in for a 3-game set. Pirates took 2 of 3 from them a couple of years ago. 3-2. Gabby strikes out, and that's the ball game. And the Padres have won their 14th straight series in Pittsburgh. They've never lost a series in PNC Park. Pirates now 62-55. The Padres 54-62. 8-2 the final score today.
Well, in this series, you can certainly see that there is a little bit of a problem with the offense. You know, you're missing those 2 guys, and you're going to have to do a better job of winning games with the pitching. Today, it obviously just was not there. Started out pretty good through those first 3 innings, but it just ended up falling apart.
Well, Bob's on his horse. He'll be joining Dan Potash momentarily. Once again, the final 8-2. Padres defeating the Pirates. Tim Neverett saying so long for now from PNC Park. Pirates post game with Dan is next.
Well, the San Diego Padres managing just 3 runs in the first 2 games of the series, but then find a way to explode this afternoon for 8 runs en route to an 8-2 victory over the Pittsburgh Pirates. Tough day for Charlie Morton, who looked really good early on. In fact, he was able to sit down the first 10 batters that he would face, but then the wheels kind of came off, if you will, in the 5th inning as Seth Smith hits a bases-clearing triple to give the Padres a 4-2 win, or 4-2 lead en route to an 8-2 victory. The Pirates don't lose at home very often, but they dropped the last 2 games of this series and have not beaten the Padres at home in a series in 14 years. Coming up on Pirates Postgame presented by the Allegheny Health Network, Clint Hurdle's comments, player reaction, analysis from Bob Watt, plus we will check the highlights of the Brewers and Cardinals and the rest of the NL Central. It's all coming up live from the North Shore, next on Root Sports.